Welcome to Happiest Places Home, the interior design channel. If you're into interior design, you'll love it here. I have Pottery Barn dupes for you in this video. I took 5 new products from Pottery Barn and found copycats. 2 of them I've been searching for, 2-3 months to find the dupe, and I finally found it, so I think you will enjoy. I was out shopping for fall home decor bargains for you, and I found some. My first purchase from Pottery Barn for the holiday 2025 season has arrived, and I want to show it to you. I have 3 vintage holiday decor items to unbox with you. I have some super soft bedding that I'm trying out in this video, and it's on sale for Labor Day. Let's jump right in and get started. I'm starting with one of the items that I told you I've been searching and searching for a dupe, and it took me forever to find one, but I finally did. But let's just say I love this pillow cover. It's the Woodrow Plaid, and I think it just has everything that I love. I love the colors. I love plaid. I'm mad for plaid, as you know, I'm sure. I do think that this, if you love this so much, is it worth $49.50 for the pillow cover? Sure, because you'll keep it forever. But I did find a way to save you money, and I do like my dupe just as much, and I'm not just saying that. So let's take a look. This pillow cover that I found at Amazon is the essence of fall, and it's only $9.99 compared to that $49.50 at Pottery Barn. But don't you feel like the colors in this, it's like pumpkin spice latte, a slice of pumpkin pie, a caramel apple, you may say caramel, I say caramel, and those little lollipops that are apple and have the caramel coating, so many things. But it looks like all of those things wrapped up into a plaid pattern and put perfectly into a pillow cover. And I love this, I think you can tell. Here is Pottery Barn's Willa textured vase. It does have that very organic lip around the top. It kind of looks like, okay, somebody threw this on a pottery wheel and then didn't cut the top off, and they're going for that look on purpose, of course. So this is a very interesting piece. You know I love that color. It's very neutral. So nice. So that's why I picked this to do a dupe. And I found a few, but here is the best. From Amazon, we have the retro vase in cream. I think you're supposed to say creme when it's spelled that way. I don't know. And it's $30 compared to the $69.50. Very similar in height. And what I wanted to mention is this is also available in mocha. And I like both colors so much. So if you're sprinkling that mocha color into your home, I think you might like this version, this color. And then I have something for you later in the video if you're liking mocha that you might like, and you may want to put them both together. Pottery Barn only offers very particular coffee table books, and when they make their selections and offer them, typically they become very popular coffee table books. And this is one that I never saw them promoting before yesterday, and it's based on the governor's mansion in Illinois. And it talks about the different famous people that have visited and historical figures that have visited. And it's just a lot of beautiful photos. So I think this book is very well done. The unusual thing about it is it doesn't have, the paper image that you can take off on the coffee table book. It's printed right on there. So you basically don't have a choice to display it otherwise, which is fine. It's very nice. So I found you a less expensive version on Amazon, and the Amazon version is $48.31 versus the $65 at Pottery Barn. This is the second item that I was talking about where I saw it a while ago. I've been searching and searching for a dupe, couldn't find it, and I think you can see why. But by the way, I found one, but I think you can see why it would be hard. So it has that very traditional spindle look on the pillar pedestal. So it's very, traditional looking. And then it has the very clean lines that look kind of modern. A Federalist, or you could also say Georgian light fixtures that are outside can sometimes have that linear look. So that would be traditional too. But setting that all aside, I did find something that looks really nothing like this, but the base for the candle does. So let's take a look. So take a look at how you can get a pair of a very similar lantern for $59.99, where you're getting just one at Pottery Barn for $119, but they're both the same size. So you could either get the pair that is 16.5 inches high or the pair that's 22 inches high for $75. And they are on sale right now at JCPenney. I believe I have the regular price listed, and there's a sale. You'll see it on their website. Now, everything here is linked, as you know. I probably mentioned that already, but I linked the pair of each of these because you can buy them individually, but the pair is the better deal. This twisted taper look has been in for a while. Pottery Barn has new colors in their twisted tapers, and they're a deep burgundy and then also a green. And I found you a green one to rival the price and the look of the Pottery Barn, but I also have another color that I want to show you that I love. So let's do that. This is what I was talking about earlier. These are mocha. And I think that's a beautiful color. It's a very tight twist, as you can see. But you're getting 6 of these candles for $9.99. That's a really good price. I know on the tip it almost looks like it's fake, candles, but it's not. You would really light these. But this same offer, even in the same link, they have a really pretty forest green as well. But if you were to get that mocha vase, I think this would look nice. Now, you probably remember me saying, I don't like candles that have color. I don't choose to use them when decorating, but this is as far as I would go into the color version of candles. I just think it looks more elegant if you have an ivory candle. And you've heard me say that before, so that'll be enough about that. But here are those forest green. I think they look really gorgeous. Although I'm still preferring the ivory, as you know. First, there was the new Pottery Barn alphabet mug, but move over. Now it's time for the holiday version. And these must have just come into stock because I've been waiting weeks for it to come, and here it is. So these are $15 and change, and a really cute way to enjoy your coffee during the upcoming holiday season with a little extra cheer and plaid. I have a lot of fun unboxings for you. We're going to start out with my new sheets. These are from a company called Gokata, and they're perfect if you have a warm person in the bed, which I do, Mr. Happiest Place, because they're supposed to have cooling properties. So I'm going to try them out tonight, but let's unbox, and I'm going to get them on the bed. I wanted to show you. These were a gift from Gokata, which stands for Getting Up Early and Hearing the Birds Sing. It's Swedish. And I chose the beige in King. It's on sale for Labor Day. That's why I wanted to show you these right away. So my set is $39.99 for Labor Day, and the Queen is $29.99. You get a fitted sheet, a top sheet, and 2 pillowcases. Gokata sheets come with this elastic band that is supposed to make it easier to put on the bed, and I can tell you that's true. One of my least favorite things to do around the house is to put the fitted sheet on. It's very annoying. I know you already know that. I don't need to tell you that. But these were really easy to put on. and they are super soft. So we're gonna try them out tonight. You can see that afternoon sun flooding in. It gets kind of hot in our bedroom in the evening. So let's see how this goes. I'm very excited. Mr. Happiest Place and Lady were both very cool in bed overnight, and I'm very pleased with these. So I did want to thank Gakata for sending these to us as a gift. I really appreciate it. And if you like them too, there is a link in the description box for these. They're sold on Amazon and they're very popular. You'll see when you take a look at their things. And like I said, my favorite is the beige in the king size, and they do have other sizes and colors, of course. So thanks again, Gakata. I stopped by Michael's because they're doing 40% off fall decor and some Halloween decor as well. This is my number one favorite. It's the acorn pillow. It has a boucle bottom and then that braided top. It looks like something that you would find on Etsy for a lot of money. And this one is on sale for $15. This one is that type of fabric that was on those enormous scarves that you would get, I guess, at American Eagle. I don't know. But I love the colors on this, and this one's on sale for $18. Out of the three that I just showed you two, this is the third. This isn't my absolute favorite, but I thought it coordinates with those colors. It also looks like something I thought I saw on Pottery Barn, and that's $18. And then the boucle pumpkin pillow. My gosh, you could find this in so many places, but can you find an enormous one for $15? Because that's what this one is on sale. And I do love that stem. You see a lot of those, you know, I'm not saying this thing is super unique, but it's very affordable for the style that you're paying a lot more for other places. Now this is a modern farmhouse looking haunted house. The thing that makes it haunted is that spider web at the top, otherwise not so haunted, which I like. But I thought you could do so many things with this. Well, you could put little containers with candy sticking out of them in a very creative way. You could line some things up to display them that normally maybe you display other ways, but this time of the year you could do it with that. Does that make sense? I don't know if it does, but for some reason I pictured those really expensive cupcakes that have all kinds of different decorations on them in the different layers. Thoughts? I hope you like it too. And I forgot to mention, it's on sale for $27, down from $44.99. And I actually went there seeking these out as well. It is the scented pine cone thing that you always see in stores in the fall. And I did want them from another store. I'll just tell you, I think the ones at Wegmans supermarkets smell the absolute best. But I picked these up since I was there, and what a great price, $2.99. So I usually put these somewhere around the front of my house so that it smells good when you first walk in, even if I don't have a candle burning. We're going to unbox some vintage decor here, and as we do, I wanted to talk with you about a few things. We don't normally have the time to do this, but since we're unboxing, I wanted to talk to you about a few things. So I am planning a tree trimming video, and my home now is very contemporary, and I haven't done a tree trimming video in the few years that I've had my channel because in this new house, I went for a completely different design than I normally had in my old traditional house that we gave up. And here we are in this contemporary space that doesn't really align with a lot of the things that I show you on the channel. I know you like Pottery Barn, a lot of you like traditional, some of you like modern, but my tree ultimately over the last few years would have definitely been too modern for you, and you would have dumped me for good. Seriously, I get these instincts. I had a feeling. So my tree was super contemporary. It was very cool looking, but just not for, YouTube consumption for you guys. I just knew it. But anyway, sorry. Now I'm going to do a tree trimming of a traditional tree using vintage ornaments and my Lenox China dated ornament collection, plus various other Lenox China ornaments. My mother worked there. I got a discount on them for years while she worked there. Even after she left, one of her friends still helped from time to time. But not because I'm super cheap. I'm sure you guys are too if you're watching my videos. I don't want to spend money frivolously, but when there's something important to me, I will. And I felt like it was important to fill in this collection because it's not. There are gaps in years. I started it, long after they started the dated ornaments. Well, I've been adding a few 1980s vintage Lenox ornaments to my collection, and I found these on Poshmark. And Poshmark, you can sell your things that you're no longer interested in owning. Maybe they don't bring you joy anymore, whatever the reason. And for this woman, these 1980s Lenox ornaments were not bringing her joy. So she sent them along for a price. And let me tell you what the prices were. So one was $28 and the other was $22. The individual prices don't really matter because she sold it to me in a bundle. So it kind of just discounts things here and there. The prices actually don't align with what the years were. One of them should have been the more expensive one. Doesn't matter, nonetheless, or maybe she knows better, who knows. But so I'm opening these for the first time with you here, and I thought you might enjoy the process also while we catch up on a few things. So this video, by the way, I'm being super careful, probably more careful than I need to be, but I'm really into this. As you can tell, I'm geeking out over my vintage ornaments. This one's from 1985. If it's from 1985, that means it's the 4th annual Lenox ornament of all time. And the 1980s version of these were so understated, classic. The shapes and the motif were super classic, and it didn't have a lot of color, which meant that you could really stick to a very beautiful ivory and gold color. There's me in my pajama pants, which I didn't realize you would see in the window. Looking good. But anyway, so don't you see, they're so, classic, understated, the bell motif, excellent. It actually rings, that bell. And then this other one is from 1983, and it's the 2nd annual ornament. And the packaging looks like it stood up better to the test of time on this particular one. And I didn't keep my packaging for mine. When I moved, I had to get rid of extra things that would take up extra space. But this woman inserted. Now this says 1984, and it doesn't coordinate with this ornament. This ornament is the 1983. Let me show you the date on it when I pick it up. But okay, well, thank you for this insert. At least now I have another piece of Lenox history by mistake from this lady. This happens, obviously, if you're mixing all of your ornaments together when you're decorating the tree. Who cares? I like the red in this packaging. I feel like that's kind of unusual for the later versions that were all green. Sometimes they were red. So do you see the 1983? Very subtle. And this one has a holly design on it. It's kind of an orb shape, which is very classic shape of an ornament. So kind of like a 1940s, 1950s shape, I guess. I'm not an expert on ornaments, okay? But so what they were doing is being retro with these ornaments themselves in the 80s. You know how in the 70s that everybody was into Victorian decorating, and then in the 80s it kind of lingered. But not everybody. Just generalizing. Anyway, look at the definition on these. It's just beautiful. So I feel like even though I'm in a modern home, I can take these old ornaments, and if the color palette is going to remain the same, it will still blend in a modern home, I feel. And that's why I'm excited to show you that process. Now, I've been going wild trying to pick out ribbon that would kind of tie things together in my home with these. And I have my eye on a few few different versions, and then I haven't decided yet. When I do, I'll show you. But I do have another ornament to open. I bought one from another seller, and hers was more affordable. It was from the 90s. I forget which year until I open it, but it was $11. And I'm just trying to, fill in the dates. I feel like we're spending enough time on this, so I think I'm going to be more expedient on this one and more express. So we'll open this one. And one thing I wanted to say, and I ask you so frequently to purchase things through my links. It helps the channel. And I'll ask you that now. So for all of the dupes that I showed you and the Pottery Barn, they'll be linked. The dupes are tagged through the video, and separately linked are the Pottery Barn because they're through two different services. So I thought that I would tell you finally, because it's kind of funny. Pottery Barn ensured that I wouldn't be able to link their products because they became infuriated with this whole dupe situation. And they did that behind the scenes without telling me. And one day I started trying to tag things and I couldn't. And I thought they just quit the program. And then I realized that other people were still tagging. And I thought, those rascals. Because honestly, when I show their original, I'm drawing people's attention to it. And very frequently, people would buy the Pottery Barn version from me because it was a brand new item. And I was saying, look at this, it's fantastic. But if you can't afford it, and people would buy them. So they're not thinking the whole thing through. I feel if anyone from Pottery Barn is watching, which I know you do, I can see what towns people watch in. And the town that their headquarters is in is one of my largest towns for people that watch. So to those people from Pottery Barn, if you're still watching the video at this point, I love Pottery Barn, and that's why I started doing these dupes. I often show off the items, say how wonderful it is, talk about how well you merchandise things and create designs to display things, whether it's digitally or in real life. And it's always a tribute to what you do, and I don't massacre the idea of the price being higher. It's more that if the person can't afford it, and some people can't afford it, but I chose to focus on Pottery Barn because I like it and because I was most excited about your holiday inventory and how much you have, and that's how a lot of this got started. So, don't be so hard on me. And I think I'm only helping if you want my opinion. So this is the 1995 ornament. It's in an egg shape, and it's got the Santa motif on it. Very pretty. And I love that at this stage in 1995, they were still doing this very traditional look. I forget what year it ended, but we'll see when I do my tree trimming. And I think we'll have a lot of fun with that together. So I wanted to open these just because I was excited and I thought it would be fun for some of you. The other thing I wanted to ask you is I put a video out as a surprise this week. It was talking about the Target Labor Day candle sale. It's not specifically Labor Day, but it was buy one, get one half off on particular candles. And I showed my favorites and some really fun theme candles that are shaped like food that I'm displaying in front of you right now. And a lot of you didn't see it because you just don't expect my videos to come out on any day other than Saturday and at 11 Eastern time, as you know. But I may put out random videos from time to time that aren't on Saturday in addition to my Saturday video. So if you aren't subscribed, you may not see them, especially if you don't have notifications on. And I really would like to try to put more videos out. So if you haven't subscribed yet, I wish you would. The other thing is, if you look up a random topic that's different from interior design or home decor, sometimes they won't show you home decor videos as frequently, and we may lose track of each other. And of course, I don't want that. And I hope you don't want that. I mean, sometimes you think, oh, what was the name of that channel? And we'll never hang again. So I would like that. So please do subscribe and hit the notification button. And if you have a chance, please watch that Target video. And for sure, I'll see you next Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And who knows, maybe before that as well.